Hello ladies and gentlemen, and today I'm going to try to teach you programming with Python. Now, there's a reason why I'm learning programming as of late, but I figured this would be a good review tool for me and a learning tool for you. Granted, I am not in particularly the professional status at this point, but I am a learning person who just wants to teach people what I know. And I can't really go up to my family and go, hey, do you know what a variable is? And they go, oh, isn't that something that changes or so? Kinda. But then you get all mixed up with the vocabulary, and then you try explaining how a function works, and then it gets weird. So, how are we going to do this? Well, you're going to need three things to start with. First, you're going to need a editor, which for this case, I'm using Text Wrangler for Mac, Text Wrangler, or for Windows users, Notepad++. Both are free to use. And there's one more thing you're going to need for both, no matter what you do, is Python. I'm going to be using the 2.7.5 for Mac or Windows. I'm not sure how to use 3.3.2 just yet, but I will learn down the road. So for this lesson and for convenience, we'll use 2.2 or 2.7.5. So once you have all that downloaded, we're going to have to open up a terminal, which is right here conveniently. And we have to open up the text editor. First, let me create a new folder on my desktop. You do the same thing, which would be your lesson folder. I'm going to call this lesson for convenience. And then your directory or terminal for Windows users, it's CMD. Once you hit start, type in CMD and it pops up and get to your location where that folder is. For Mac, it's search terminal or go to your terminal. So for this case here, we're going to be typing in ls, so a list of directories. Okay, so I see desktop, so cd desktop. CD stands for change directory. So we're going to go to desktop, cd lesson. If I could type a lesson. Alright, first things first. We're going to save this in the lesson folder. Which I'm not sure, like in Windows you always have the option of selecting where, and this one it's not so lucky. So we're going to say ex1 for example1.py. Make sure you save it with the py ending because that's going to be the Python executable. How we run this is kind of funny. For example, if you're on a Windows computer, all you have to do is type in ex1.py, hit enter, and it runs. For Mac, you have to type in Python ex1.py. So, first I'm going to teach you two particular tags, the comment tag and the print tag. Short video, I know, but for this case, I want you to get used to these two tags in particular, and then we're going to be going further in depth next week of how it's all done. So first, the comment tag. How do we execute a comment tag? We type in the pound key, which is shift 3, and you type in some text. I'm going to say this is a comment tag. So what does a comment tag do? Well, it's something that allows for other programmers, other people to read, and whatever you put in there is an explanation of how your program works or what people should be reminded of if they're working with this program. That's your time to shine and put in your feedback or whatever else. There's a unique thing about the comment tag, though, is that it does not show in your executable. For example, there's nothing there. So let's put some stuff here. So we're going to print something. So we're going to hit print, which is all lowercase, by the way. It's very case sensitive. Print in quotation mark or double quotes. This is text that will appear in the box / terminal, and end quote. Now this is very self-explanatory. Whatever you put in the print tag will pop up in the terminal. So for example, Python ex1.py. There you go. This is text that will appear in the box / terminal. A little unique thing is, I'm going to show you one more thing with the print tag. We're going to do some math. So I'll say, what's 2 plus 2? Now, you could do a raw input here, and if you don't know what a raw input is, which is raw underscore input in closing tabs, which allows the user to type in something, we could do that. But no, we're going to let Python answer it for us. So we're going to type in 2 plus 2 at the end of this. And what it will do is actually answer the question for us. So ex1.py, my bad, I'm not on my Windows computer. Python ex1.py. Oops, forgot the comma. Gotta remember those commas. There you go. What's 2 plus 2? And it's 4. When you're doing math, you have to remember this comma, which is very weird to me, but it's very important to remember, because anything after this print tag, if you want to appear on the same line or on the same function key, will require a comma tag. So what do I want you guys to be doing for the rest of this time? Well, get used to the print and tag function and try out some mathematics. There is also a site you can check out called Learning Python the Hard Way, which is where I'm learning from at the moment. Which I've heard a lot of mixed opinions on this site. It's good, it's bad, it's weird, it's sad, yada yada. So it's a free HTML version, but if you want videos, PDFs, or whatever else, you can pay $30 and get that. They also offer Ruby, C, SQL, regex, and the terminal or CLI. There's a total of 52 lessons plus advice from the author and next steps of what you can do. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time with a more in-depth lesson for you. We're going to be learning about how we're going to give words definitions without using the define tag, or rather give them an equation, and how we're going to be working with some minor variables. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next week. I'll see you later.